Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and fellow foot enthusiasts, it is my absolute honor to introduce the 99th president of the American Podiatric Medical Association, our mom.
Otherwise known to us as Brookie Bear.
Now, if you know her well, you know this isn't just a position.
It's a calling.
She spent her career keeping people on their toes, standing strong, and walking the right path.
And now she's taking a step up. Some might even say a giant leap for podiatrists everywhere. Of course, with great power comes great responsibility.
But we know she will govern APMA like a sturdy, well-fit orthotic. She will lead with the perfect balance of strength, compassion, and just a little bit of tough love.
Kind of like telling a patient their shoes have seen better days, but in the nicest way possible.
So please join us in welcoming our mom, who's about to run this organization with soul and purpose. Madam President, Dr. Brooke Bisbee.
Arkansas, land of opportunity, Arkansas. Oh, what you do to me, prettiest place I ever saw was back home in Arkansas. Oh, those boyhood memories.
You've been elected by your colleagues to the highest office in this profession. Your duties will be many and varied, and we trust that you will perform them to the best of your ability. I will now administer the oath of office. I guess it's when we raise our hands. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Brooke Bisbee,
Brooke Bisbee,
in the presence of these witnesses here,
in the presence of these witnesses here,
assembled,
do
solemnly promise
to
faithfully serve the American Podiatric Medical Association
serve the American Podiatric Medical Association
as president to the best of my ability.
as president to the best of my ability.
I further promise
I further promise
that I will be fair and impartial in my dealings
that I will be fair and impartial in my dealings
and will uphold the bylaws of the American Podiatric Medical Association.
and will uphold the bylaws of the American Podiatric Medical Association.
It gives me a great deal of pleasure to present you with this gavel of authority. I still have mine. I admonish you to wield it with courtesy, impartiality, and fairness, leading those who follow you gladly because you prove your willingness to listen to counsel as well as to give it. Dr. Bisbee, please, no, that's after your speech. See ya. I'm going to sit over here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Dr. Speaker, delegates and alternates, esteemed guests, APMA staff, colleagues, friends, and family, good afternoon. It is with great pride that I stand before you today as the 99th president of our APMA. I cannot thank you all enough for believing in me and bestowing this remarkable honor upon me. I assure you, holding this office is not something I take lightly. There have been many distinguished presidents before me who are giants in our profession, whose shoulders I stand on. Several of those leaders have played an integral role in mentoring and supporting me on this journey. As I stand here today, I want to reflect on where we are, where we've been, and most importantly, where we're heading. Now, before I go further, I'm going to play tour guide here for a minute. Allow me to tell you a little bit about the state I am so proud to call home. Now, I know that there are plenty of lighthearted jokes and many pictures of hillbillies that come to mind when you hear Arkansas, but we really are a hidden gem. Known as the natural state for its abundance of outdoor activities and sheer natural beauty of our lakes, rivers, forests, our delta region, and several mountain chains such as the Ozarks and the Ouachita, my tiny state has fewer than 3 million people, but we contribute greatly to the economic engine of this country. You may have heard of several of our Fortune 500 companies, Walmart, Tyson, J.B. Hunt, Dillard's, and Murphy Oil. But Arkansas also boasts Crystal Bridges, a world-class museum of American art that's built into the rolling holler on the land of the Sam Walton homestead. Come visit us sometime, it's great. We were recently named the new mountain biking capital of the world, and we hold the distinction of hosting some very interesting festivals, to say the least, including the World Duck Calling Championships, Toad Suck Days, I'll tell you about that at the reception, and the World Mule Jumping Championship. Hot Springs National Park is home to 47 natural hot springs, earning its name as the American Spa City. And of course, I must mention our famous Razorback Hog Call, the unrivaled cheer of our Arkansas Razorbacks. There are so many other quirky and special characteristics, but in the interest of time, I'll mention just one other. The Crater of Diamonds State Park. It is the only public diamond mine in the U.S. where you can spend the day digging in the dirt for diamonds and other minerals, and yes, you get to keep them if you find them. It is this distinctive, naturally occurring rarity that I want you to remember as we focus on our future. Now, rather than stand here today and talk about specific elements of the APMA strategic plan or pieces of legislation which we as dedicated leaders all know very well, I want to take a moment to consider two very different but deeply connected ideas, both rooted in the notion of transformation under extreme conditions. One comes from the natural world and the other of the world of human endeavor. Now, let's begin by revisiting that open dirt field in Arkansas and talk about the diamond. Diamonds, as we know, are born from the most extreme conditions imaginable. Deep within the earth, under layers of rock and immense pressure, carbon atoms are squeezed and stretched over millions of years. They are subjected to temperatures so high that their very structure begins to change. These unrelenting forces don't break the carbon, they shape it into something more enduring, more beautiful, and more valuable. A diamond is not merely created, it is forged under extreme conditions into something that sparkles with brilliance, something that can withstand the tests of time. In many ways, this natural phenomenon is similar to what APMA is experiencing today. The membership association, which represents all of the profession, like the carbon beneath the surface, has been facing its own pressures. We've been tested for years, challenged by external forces, and of late, our own interprofessional forces, stretched by the changing landscape of medicine and forced to evolve in ways that we never imagined. But just as the carbon atoms in the earth ultimately transform into diamonds, so too will our association emerge from these challenges, not diminished, but stronger, more resilient, and more impactful. The pressures we face, not only in our practice, but also within APMA, can seem a bit insurmountable at times. Shifts in the economy, continual reimbursement cuts, growing payer restrictions, dwindling student applications, parity issues, and the varying and ever-changing needs of our members based on different practice types are just a few of the conditions that we face on a daily basis. But like the forces that shape a diamond, these challenges have also been shaping us. They have been calling on us to refine our structure, rethink our approach, and renew our commitment to excellence. We must now seize the opportunity to thrive, to adapt, and to forge ahead with clarity and purpose. We are in a crucible in which we will reshape our mission, refocus our advocacy goals, and renew our sense of shared purpose. It is in these moments of pressure that true innovation and growth are often born. Now, your elected Board of Trustees is keenly aware of the pressures facing our profession and our organization, and working in conjunction with our new executive director has already begun the revitalization of APMA in earnest. Now I call on each of you, as leaders in your state, leaders in your colleges of podiatric medicine, and leaders within the other professional organizations of podiatry. I call on you to recognize that in order to forge ahead, there must be evolution of our APMA at all levels. Evolution in how we identify and advance our advocacy efforts, evolution in how we demonstrate value to our members and prospective members, evolution in the way we fund and implement student recruitment at the schools and work with the profession's recruitment foundation, evolution in how continuing education is provided and delivered to our members, and evolution in how all of the organizations within podiatry come together to support, work together, raise up, and stop tearing down. I assure you, I assure you that APMA is transforming, improving on meeting our colleagues where they are, and showing the value, both tangible and intangible, which we bring to our members' lives and their practices every day for every podiatrist, regardless of what practice type they choose to have. But transformation doesn't happen by simply enduring through the rough days. Just as diamonds must be carefully cut and polished to reveal its true beauty, so too must we take intentional steps to cut through the challenges and reshape our future. This is our opportunity to forge a new path and embark upon a new chapter for our association, one that recognizes the strength we've gained, the lessons we've learned, and the brilliance we will achieve together. Again, together as the National Association and the state components, united as one. While every state has its own unique challenges to tackle and transformation to undertake, it is imperative that we all remember this is a team effort, and as members and leaders, we should always be touting the benefits at both the state and the national level. It is through our collaboration and partnership, rather than our divisiveness, that we will have a far greater impact with lasting success for our profession, with amplified advocacy efforts and stronger programs to address the unique needs of our diverse membership and the population of patients who entrust us with their care. Now, I previously listed just a few of the pressures we face as an association, but one that most associations, not just us, is facing every day is declining membership. Gone are the days that every graduate joins their professional association just because that's what you do to give support. It is now incumbent upon local, state, and national leaders to continually work with their boards and their general membership that they lead to personally bring new members into the fold. While membership recruitment is a continual challenge, remember the old adage that asks, how do you eat an elephant? Well, the answer, of course, is one bite at a time. We too must not grow discouraged at the great task before us. Instead, each of us must make it a personal goal to recruit one member at a time. It's not hard. It is through personal one-on-one local outreach that most success occurs. I ask that every member join me and be part of the solution. Begin the conversation with a former classmate, a colleague in your town or at your local hospital. Share with your non-member friends and colleagues the good work that APMA and your state society are doing every day for all of podiatry. Make a point to especially reach out to the newer physicians, as APMA provides numerous resources to help as they begin their careers. APMA, as you know, began a new member recruitment campaign just after the first of the year. This recruitment campaign allows a new member to pay dues now and be paid in full through May of 2026. So obviously, the earlier you join, the more months you get for free. In just the 9 weeks of this campaign, I am proud to say that we have garnered 108 new members. I believe that's the first time in several years we've been going up and not the other direction. So congratulations, everybody. So as we begin this new day for our APMA, we must remember that just as diamonds are not forged overnight, neither is lasting change. It will take time, it will take effort, and it will require each one of us to contribute our skills, our unique perspectives, and our dedication. We must embrace the challenges and trust that with each step we take, we are moving closer to a brighter, more resilient future. Now, let's mold something truly remarkable and transform our association, and in doing so, ensure that we emerge from this period not just intact, but stronger, more unified, and more vibrant and brilliant than we've ever been before. Thank you.